Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to the season opener for Season 9. Going to start things off taking on UAB. Their B minuses across the board, whereas we got a C plus and B minus ourselves. Going to be pretty evenly matched, but a pretty important game for us, because in the last episode, the off-season episode for Season 8, our defensive coordinator became the head coach for UAB. So it's going to be a pretty important matchup for us. Hopefully we can win and Papa Gump's return to the St. Thomas campus. A couple of things that I did want to point out before we get this Season 9 started was I wanted to go ahead and show you guys the custom recruits for Season 9. Let's see what we got. Starting with the most important position on the football field in quarterback, we have Bradley LaFleur, who is going to be redshirted for his true freshman season. At halfback, we got Kevin Alex Jones, who actually will be redshirted to start his true freshman campaign as well. Also getting redshirted at the running back position, we do have Kyron Granson as well. At fullback, we do have Bo Bishop, who will be filling the shoes of a former St. Thomas legend in Jamie Smith. Moving over to the wide receiver position, we have Hunter Robinson, who's going to be redshirted for his freshman campaign. Also accompanying him is fellow true freshman Jeb Brister. He's also going to be redshirted for his true freshman campaign. At left guard, we have Gilbert Cooper, who we could see on the field sparingly to start his collegiate career at St. Thomas University. Moving over to the defense, we start with Ernie Steele, who will be starting right away at the left outside linebacker. We look to him to make a big impact right away as a true freshman. Backing up Ernie Steele, we have Jackson McCarty, who will also be contributing towards the team in his freshman campaign as well. At least we expect for him to do such. Moving over to middle linebacker, we have Jonathan Falzon, who will be sitting behind Jim Smith, but will look to take over after his freshman season as the one of the starting middle linebackers. Although we are in a 3-4 scheme, so we could see him on the field quite a bit as well. Sliding over to the secondary now, we have Kyle James Jr. playing over at the quarterback position. At free safety, we have Speedy Blades, who will be backing up Daniel Nash to start his freshman season. Moving over to the strong safety position, we have Marcus Granson, who will be starting at free safety as a true freshman. Meanwhile, backing him up, we do have Jonas Gonzalez, who will be backing up none other than Marcus Granson to start his true freshman campaign. Now, if you didn't get a custom recruit for this season, or you didn't get to replace the guy that you originally wanted, don't worry, this likely will not be the last season of the St. Thomas Dynasty. If you want to have a higher priority or a better chance to get, the custom recruit that you want, to replace, having a higher overall and such, I encourage you to check out my Discord as well as check out my Patreon if you want to support me in a more personal way. Both of those links will be linked down in the description as well. One more thing that I did want to check out is the Heisman Watch. Starting up Season 9 of the St. Thomas Dynasty, we have Noah Brooks on the Heisman Trophy list, currently sitting in 4th place, sitting behind Anthony Butler of Air Force, Javon Harvey of Arkansas, and Cole Simmons, a scrambler from Lakeside, Florida, playing at the University of Florida. He sits as the current Heisman favorite. Kudos to Noah Brooks, man, because this time last year, it was very controversial that he was, given the opportunity to start over Michael Granson Jr. But now, not only is he the undisputed starter for this football team, but he sits on this Heisman Trophy list. So kudos to him, man. We're really proud of him. With all that being said, it is officially time to get Season 9 underway. Hosting the UAB Blazers are coached by our former defensive coordinator. If you guys are excited about Season 9, then do me a favor, please smash that like button, and if you happen to be brand new as well, hit that subscribe button for me. It helps out the channel tremendously doing both those things. Let's go ahead and get this new season underway, man. Let's get it. So there it is. Papa Gump, our former defensive coordinator, back here at St. Thomas campus, ready to get things underway. Only as the head coach of this UAB Blazers football team. We'll see what he's got, man. He's going to start, a little run-heavy action here. And it's fumbled. Jim Smith, he actually recovers the ball. But, of course, we can't have nice things because they overturned the call. They say that his knee was down. And on the next play, we knew we'd get beat deep. Pete Jordan just led him just a little too far. That means we have a 3rd and 5 here. Can we get a 3 and out to start season 9 as they're going to try to hand it off the middle, and they actually get the first down. Trey Ferguson does pick up 8 yards on the play. So, UAB still getting their drive rolling so far as there's another nice gain right up the gut. Another 5-yard gain for Trey Ferguson. As here we go, 2nd and 5. Jordan dropping back the pass. He's going to try to flip it real quick to Patterson. But it's knocked away by Jim Smith. He was there on the coverage. So we got another 3rd down, man, right here. Let's see if we can actually get him off the field this time around. And we do! 48, looks like that's Daniel Nash coming up and making the tackle. So UAB has to punt this ball away. And now, here we go. First drive of the season for the Tommies, and it's not going off too well. Drop pass by DeMarcus Hurd III, getting the most playing time he's seen, at least as a St. Thomas football player. And now we have a 3rd and 10. Good try to throw it, but we get intercepted. Looks like Chris Lane was there on the pass interception. And it puts the Blazers in very good field position here, man. As now, 1st and 10 coming up. Going to Ferguson again. He gets tripped up by Buster Porter, who does pick up 7 on that play, man. Let's see what they can do here. We do get him to a 3rd down. It would be great if we can hold him to a field goal, because this is not what we wanted to put our defense in, as we nearly get to this quarterback. Very last second, finds Kelly Shaw of the middle. It's a 1st down. And now we're back at it again. 3rd and goal once again. Let's see if we can hold him to 3. 2nd time's the charm, as there's Shaw again in the corner of the end zone. And that's the first score of season 9. A UAB touchdown that comes off of an interception thrown by Noah Brooks. So hopefully this drive goes a lot better than us, man. So here we go. 1st and 10. We're going to hand it off to Aiden Beamish Jr., who's going to get his first carry of his collegiate career, actually. He was redshirted in the previous season. Now it's his first year on the football field. And it goes for a gain of 9 yards, so you love to see that. And then we'll go over the middle. We get Tyreek Miller. Play action, just got to get our offense just a little bit more comfortable, man. That's all we need. Nothing too much. As we'll go to Brooks again. He's going to take it up the gut. He takes a shot to the face. He'll bounce right back up. It's a good gain for our quarterback. Let's see if we can do it again here as we got 3rd and 2. Going to go up the middle, and this time we do decide to slide. Got to protect our quarterback, who is seen as a Heisman candidate in that top 5 preseason. As we'll go to Brooks again. He picks up another 7 yards. Always known for his tough running, man. You definitely love to see that. As we're back at it. 3rd and 1. Need another 1st down here. It's going to be a fake to Aiden. We're going with Brooks again. Another read option for 9 yards. And hey, you know what? If they can't stop it, why not, keep going back to it, But for now, we will change things up, though. Pablo Sanchez does pick up 12 yards. His first reception of this ball game. As now, 1st and 10, going to Tyreek Miller. He's going to be knocked down at, looks like, about the 5-yard line. Sort of like that. So let's see if we can punch it in. Next play, Brooks dropping back. Going to throw a strike to Sanchez. Touchdown, Tommies. And what a strike for Noah Brooks. Able to find the end zone easily, as that's how this first quarter is going to end. Both teams kind of feeling each other out so far, but, we're looking to repeat. So here we go, man. Second quarter underway. Pete Jordan's going to throw a strike over the middle. Matt Wade was trying to knock the ball loose, maybe force a fumble or at least bare minimum an incompletion. But neither things did happen for us. So here we go. 3rd and 4. Can we get these guys off the field, please? No, we cannot. That would be asking just for a little too much, as Marcus Peterson does pick 6 yards up on that play. As now, 1st and 10. Jordan gonna try to throw it short, but it's knocked away. Jesus, Shuttleworth there on the coverage. Playing some whites out football, man. As now, 2nd and 10. Going to Shaw. Billy Ewan can't make the tackle, but Jim Smith lays the lumber. But it's still only a 3rd and short here. UAB hasn't had too many problems with the 3rd down conversions. Hopefully that narrative can change here. 3rd and 2. Jordan dropping back, trying to throw over the middle. It's nearly caught by Kelly Shaw, but can't quite come up with the catch. As the Tommies will be back on the field once again. Let's see if we can have a repeat of the last drive where we had a touchdown, as we'll throw short to Sanchez. He's able to use that quick speed and release off the line of scrimmage to find space and pick up the 1st down. Gain of 12 yards on that one. Now let's see if we can establish this ground game. So we had a little bit of trouble with that, with Beamish. This time he gets a little bit better of a carry, a gain of 6. So now, 2nd and 4 coming up here. Dropping back, gonna throw to Hudson, Hurd the second, my bad. DH2 picking up the 1st down with his first catch of the game. He had a drop in the 1st quarter, but was able to redeem himself. Tight end core as a whole, man, it's going to be interesting to see, how these backup tight ends, or former backups, I should say, step up with the graduation of Adrian Allen last season. As we throw a dart to Beamish, but he drops the pass. Oh my goodness, we should have caught that pass, man. That is so disgusting. So now, Brooks throwing short, finds Hurd the second again. Able to pick up the 1st down, gain of 5. Keep those chains rolling. As still kind of get a, surprised that we're having so much, a little bit of a struggle to getting our offense going, early on in this game. Because we do have most of our offensive starters back. The only exception, is a couple of wide receivers and Lucas Coley. As there's Bemis Jr. takes it up the gut again, a gain of 10. Another solid run for Aiden Jr. But then we'll switch it up to Damon Shelby, who shakes off a wimpy tackler and picks up 5. Nice carry for the young halfback. This running back core is really stepping up, and that's what we're going to really need to do with the graduation of Lucas Coley. As we drop back, throw to Bemis Jr. We're going to the end zone. We're in! Touchdown, Tommies! Aiden Beamish Jr. able to find the end zone off the halfback screen. As St. Thomas will take the lead here with only a couple minutes left here in the 1st half. As here we go, Pete Jordan, gain of 11 there. Let's see if UAB can conjure up anything before the end of the 1st half. As Jordan dropping back again, gonna find Patterson, going in to pick up the 1st down, actually. Good for him. Needs something to shake here, though, with only a minute 30 left. Jordan going to try to scramble. Antoine Black, even with the improved speed, can't quite corral the young quarterback. I believe is a true freshman now I think about it. So now they're in St. Thomas territory. Going to flip it over the middle and find Greer. Kyle Barron was there on the coverage. It actually wasn't that bad. Just was a better throw, which is unfortunate. So now, 1st and 10. There's Ernie Steele trying to get up in there and can't make the tackle. But so many St. Thomas guys coming up in there, making the sack as UAB's forced very quickly to make a timeout. So it's their first timeout taken of this half. As now they're going to try to flick it towards the sideline. It's incomplete. Catch can't quite be made. So now here we go. 3rd and long here. Let's see how UAB plays this. Jordan dropping back, looking, gonna nearly get the completion, but it's just slightly off target. UAB does decide to settle for a field goal, and it's a pretty close game here in this 1st half. St. Thomas with a 14-10 lead. Second half coming up. So here we go, man. Second half. Let's see if we can establish the run game here, as Brooks actually nearly gets tackled but is able to get across the first down marker thanks to no part 2, breaking that first tackle. As now we'll go to the ground again. This time, Bemis Jr. getting the call, and he answers pretty well. A gain of 7 on the play. Bemis Jr. starting to warm up a little bit as the game goes on. You can't complain besides that. As now, Beamish, 3rd and 2, going to take it up the gut. Able to pick up 7 right there. Another first down for the Tommies offense. Looking pretty darn good so far in the second half as we keep that thing rolling, as Noah Brooks breaks a dart over to Pablo Sanchez, as that gets us officially in UAB territory. As Shelby, next play, rumbling and bumbling, but starts to fall backwards. Thankfully, they did give us forward progress there, so it still counts as a first down. And now we'll go back to Bemis Jr. He picks up another 10 yards. St. Thomas starting to have their way with the ground game. Maybe it's, the difference of the depth chart showing, man. UAB just didn't have as quite a good season as we did back in Season 8. As we drop a pass there, very unfortunate. So now, 3rd and inches. Brooks looking around. He's going to actually scramble to his right. He's all by himself. No one's going to catch him. Touchdown, Tommies. Noah Brooks scrambling around and finally finding a hole that turns into 6 points. And what's even better is that we do force a 3 and out on our next possession. So we're back out on the field of our offense as Noah Brooks makes a man miss. He's down the sideline. Not down the sideline. He's right up the middle of the field. Huge gain of 26 yards right there. You love to see that. As there's a blitz on the next play, we try to dump it off to Aiden, but he dropped that pass as well. So if a drive could stall here depending on what we do. It's a 3rd and 7. We'll drop back to pass, shotgun set. We find Rashawn Bird, who's able to get us just a few yards shy of the end zone. Let's see if we can punch it in once again. Start to really extend this lead. We find Pablo Sanchez. It's another touchdown as St. Thomas starts pulling away here. UAB has no idea what to do as we get another 3 and out. So 2 3 and outs in a row. The offense is humming. This is the St. Thomas football that we have been so accustomed to over these past couple of seasons, man. As Sanchez picks up the first down for us, gain of 12. Love to see that. And you might love to see this too, as Noah Brooks, he's got some blockers. Only one more man to beat, but he gets caught from behind. 54-yard run, though, the biggest play of this entire game. As we'll see if we can get into the end zone before this quarter, and no, we cannot. But still a 5-yard gain, a positive completion nonetheless. As we'll go ahead, go into our goal line set, get into the end zone, another touchdown. And here we are in this 4th quarter. We are up by 25 points. Putting in that work in the second half for sure. As now it's UAB's time to shine as I don't know how that pass was completed. Kyle Barron was right there. He could have made the interception, just didn't read it well enough or something. He'll learn eventually, though. He's a young football player, only a true sophomore. As Kelly Shaw picks up another first down, gain of 11. So now, 1st and 10. Jordan dropping back. He's going to find Porter. He's going to be wrapped up eventually, looks like, by Jim Smith, I want to say. But there was multiple other St. Tommy guys in the area. As now, 2nd and 4. Jordan looking, nearly gets sacked by Buster Porter, but bounces out of it. But eventually gets laid out, looks like by Trey Griffin, who finds himself out on the field, man. So now, 1st and 10. Ferguson going to go ahead and hand it off to Trey, who we did have at the line of scrimmage, actually. But, of course, our guy gets taken for a ride because NCAA 14 logic. As UAB looking to get their first touchdown since the first quarter. That's how long it's been since they got into the end zone. As they'll throw short to Greer, and he finds the end zone. Touchdown, Blazers. But it won't matter if we run out this clock. Only half a quarter remaining, and it's still a 3-score game. Although I want to do more than just run out this clock, I'm trying to put at least one more touchdown on the board before this game is all said and done. But in the meantime, it's 2nd and 2. We'll hand off to Bemis Jr. He's able to find a nice cut and get upfield. Huge gain on that one. As there's what we've been doing on the ground. 230 rushing yards. That's absolutely insane. But now we have 3rd and 7. We're going to have to throw this ball. Brooks dropping back. Going to try to throw it to Bemis, and he drops the pass. And not only does that make it 4th down, but it stops the clock. So UAB now has the ball once again. They could definitely make things more interesting as they go deep to Davis. Gets beat. Daniel Nash could not get there to help out with Kyle Barron. And now, deep in the St. Thomas territory, if they get another touchdown here, they could definitely make things much more interesting. As 2nd and 1, Jordan's looking around. We finally get the sack. Pete Jordan taking that loss of 6 yards, forced to take another timeout. As now, 3rd and 7. Coverage is great once again as we have enough time to get to this quarterback one more time. And UAB is just going to go ahead and full send this. Going back to the line of scrimmage quickly, doing a no huddle. Going deep for the end zone, and Daniel Nash gets beat again. Brandon Davis with a 27-yard touchdown for the UAB Blazers. And so with 30 seconds left, they have to get this onside kick. Otherwise, this game is essentially over. And to be fair, it actually was a pretty solid kick, but Tyreek Miller does recover this football for us. And that, right there is when the fat lady starts singing. St. Thomas will go ahead and win their Season 9 opener versus former defensive coordinator Papa Gump and this UAB Blazers squad. Your final score is St. Thomas 38. UAB only putting up 24 points, most of which were junk time, might I add. So checking out the scoring summary for our guys today, we kind of went back and forth with UAB at first. And, in that second half, just started to take over. Papa Gump, man, gotta give him credit. He had his guys ready to play up against us. But, that difference in the depth chart, man, kind of showed a difference. Papa Gump's got some work to do there at UAB. Checking out the stats for our guys today, though, Noah Brooks had to start for us today, and he was okay. 198 yards, but 3 touchdowns. Did have 2 interceptions in that first half, but did clean it up in that second half. Running game, though, Noah Brooks absolutely dominated. He had 138 yards on the ground, including a score. Even had a 54 touchdown run that I thought he was going to make a second score, but got caught from behind. Aiden Bemis Jr. in his first collegiate game, he had 16 carries for 72 yards as well. Moving over to the receivers, and it was Pablo Sanchez that stepped up to the plate, man. Led the team in catches as well as yards and touchdowns too. 7 catches, 59 yards, and 2 scores, which is not too shabby. Aiden Bemis Jr. also got into the end zone through the air. He had 2 catches that went for 9 yards. Defensively, though, let me tell you about this guy, Jim Smith, man. He was all over the place today. He had 10 total tackles, 2 of which were 2 EFLs and a sack. We didn't force any turnovers, but what we did do was made this quarterback absolutely fear for his life. We had 7 total sacks today, which is absolutely insane today. I wish we would have forced some turnovers. One of them, we did have a forced fumble, in the first quarter. However, they didn't count it after it was reviewed. So we will have a massive road matchup going on the road to play against the number 4 ranked Texas Longhorns. They have an absolutely elite defense. We're going to have a lot of fun in the next game, man. I am super excited to see how we stack up against one of the best teams in the country. So if you're excited for that, man, do me a favor and please smash that like button as well as hit subscribe if you have to be new. This is John J. Gaming on the mic, hoping that you all have a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.